On the phone, Annie took Jamie's visit as a boring movie, as if foreseeing her ulterior motives. She replied casually, but Jamie was different this time. Her tone was sincere as she introduced her job. She seriously apologized for her previous rudeness and claimed she didn't care about the 5 p.m. appointment, but deep down, Annie knew Jamie wouldn't give up easily. Without hesitation, she agreed, and at the cafe where Annie worked, their rendezvous was quietly unfolding while Jamie's heart raced with excitement. She had practiced what to say for their meeting repeatedly, but sitting across from Annie, gazing into her enchanting eyes, all of Jamie's plans evaporated like smoke. She found herself helplessly enchanted, and Anna's well-worn routine felt flawless at that moment. Anna's slightly trembling fingers brutally exposed her inner chaos, a classic symptom of someone with Parkinson's, and Jamie bluntly inquired what this was all about. Could it possibly be heartbeat editing? Anna's straightforwardness left Jamie dumbfounded, but against such a captivating woman, she couldn't resist. In that instant, they confirmed an unusual relationship, kicking off a distinctly unique love journey. No matter where she was, as long as Annie called, Jamie would swoop in like a superhero. While Annie gradually lowered, she began taking initiative, inviting Jamie to cafes even at work, recklessly meeting often. But this attracted the jealousy of Anna's admirers. One day, Jamie, as usual, stealthily tossed her competitor's meds and got caught right before she could react. The man hit her hard and left with tough words, which made Jamie realize. It turned out that man had a complex relationship with Annie, and after Jamie pressed, Annie finally opened up about her past. Whenever her illness was known to her significant other, her past lovers showed their cowardly nature, shattering vows that dimmed her desire for. Now she just wanted to soothe her unspeakable loneliness with fleeting pleasures, which led to clear boundaries with Jamie, keeping it casual. This contractual relationship was just what Jamie wanted. After all, no matter how emotions unfolded, she could she didn't notice a deepening longing and dependence on Annie, uncontrollably reaching out, just to hear her gentle voice. That gentle voice was enough to calm her restless heart, while Annie held the warm phone. Knowing Jamie had already developed feelings, she decisively hung up as chains of illness and fate had locked her in a maze unable to pursue love. Now even the simplest act of unwrapping felt like climbing Everest. How could she let this sunny man see her gradually decaying life? She began plotting to reduce encounters with Jamie by travelling, locking her fiery affection in memory's drawer, trying to sever 7 parts of emotion with 3, but she discovered that longing had already entangled her like vines. Just before her departure, Jamie unexpectedly caught up with her, confronting her timid questions. All Annie could do was coldly and hurriedly board the bus, wondering if Jamie would withdraw. Little did she know that the return time she casually mentioned became Jamie's stubborn wait. After work, Jamie rushed to the station, where her car stubbornly parked outside for countless nights. As the headlights dimmed, only she counted the time in the dark, waiting for that familiar figure. Until one morning, the returning bus finally brought back Jamie's patient wait, as Annie tidily stepped off the bus. Her gaze fell on the streetlight where Jamie quietly waited. The cold wind lifted her jacket's hem, but her eyes' light stayed steady. At that moment, the fortress within Annie crumbled. That woman who once swore off love now found waves of emotion surging within her firm love, and Jamie, who had wandered half her life, willingly surrendered her drifting soul to an eternal harbour in this mutual pursuit, looking forward to the future with Annie. With Anna's support, Jamie felt like she had been injected with energy, her entire being infused with boundless motivation, and her career began to. Their company developed a new drug called Viagra, specifically for male issues, and she quickly unlocked a new market. With outstanding sales skills, Jamie earned her first pot of gold, improving her life and getting a sports car. But whenever she spoke to her family, Jamie loved to exaggerate her achievements, like a pirate sailing the seas. Faced with Anna's doubts, Jamie could only dodge those hypocritical eyes until now, when she finally confessed her past to Annie. It turned out Jamie came from a medical family. Her parents, sister were doctors, and her brother had a high-paying job. Yet Jamie, who dropped out of high school, struggled in appliance sales, yet was naturally eye-catching. Years of navigating social interactions honed her excellent communication skills. But this talent in her love life became a double-edged sword, making her a woman of loose morals in the eyes of many. It also cost her the sales job that was her livelihood, leading her to dive into the pharmaceutical industry as a drug salesperson. It wasn't until the moment she met Annie that she truly discovered the meaning of life. Deep within her, the determination to strive began to sprout, and she increasingly longed for her family to witness her transformation firsthand. Although Jamie felt worthless, she was perfect in Anna's eyes. In the following days, they enjoyed a sweet romance and worked hard, Annie documenting their life with her camera in free time. She meticulously crafted moments of laughter and tears into videotapes, transforming them into warm photographs as time flowed on. These memory-laden photos filled their shared home, witnessing the preciousness of time. But this beautiful life didn't last long. Anna's health began to deteriorate, and her mental state noticeably declined. Her fingers lost strength, making daily tasks challenging. She couldn't even open medicine bottles to increase her dose. This was her first time feeling afraid because of her illness, genuinely worried that Jamie would leave her just like the others. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.